On this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers, we relive the thrilling shootout victory against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Sasha Barkov, who has been so good over the years in shootouts, looking to get the Panthers on top. Barkov does it again! Oh, it's just deadly!
And we sit down with Panthers President of Hockey Operations and GM, Bill Zito, to talk about the new Panthers on the Prowl campaign.
You have this awful, insidious disease that we're trying to stamp out. And we have a means by which to do it. But we're trying to incorporate the levity and fun and creativity and joy all in that process.
Plus, we hit the floorball court to get an inside look at the Florida Panthers school ball program.
The Florida Panthers floorball, people have given us so much stuff and we are exceptionally grateful to have all that.
All of that and more this week on Primetime Panthers. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Welcome into Amerant Bank Arena for this episode of Primetime Panthers. I'm Katie Engelson. It was an exciting week for your Florida Panthers and General Manager Bill Zito, who announced the Panthers on the Prowl initiative. We had the opportunity to catch up with Zito and talk about this very exciting announcement.
Good morning, everyone. I have the honor of welcoming you here for a wonderful announcement about a beautiful initiative called Panthers on the Prowl.
You're trying to come up with a creative way. How do we raise money? I mean, everybody, for good reason, right, is trying to get the community involved. And we lived in Chicago during the Cows on Parade campaign. And Julie came up there and said, why don't we do this? This would be great, right?
Yeah.
And
we wanted to do something different. We go to all these events and it just feels like it's the same. Or they want us to be more involved in something unique.
Kimberly, coming in to represent American Cancer Society. Tell us a little more about Panthers on the Prowl. What is this initiative?
So it's really a fundraiser and an opportunity for people to contribute to saving lives.
And it's more than just raising funds to save many, but this is a personal matter to the Zito family specifically.
When I met Bill 2 years ago, just his passion and his passion for his family, his beautiful bride Julie and his family, and he was on fire to do something about it.
you have this awful, insidious disease that we're trying to stamp out. And we have a means by which to do it. But we're trying to incorporate the levity and fun and creativity and joy all in that process. So it becomes pretty special.
Panthers on the Prowl is an innovative campaign that will raise much needed funds to support the American Cancer Society's vision to end cancer as we know it for everyone. Let me share a little bit about it. It will connect business, art, and community leaders to take action against cancer and elevate the stories of people facing cancer in our communities.
People are going to be encouraged to purchase a Panther. We're going to try to raise $1 million. We have 200 Panthers. You know, the vision is that people will create and express themselves through their Panther in however manner they see fit. So it's really a personalized, individualized, fun, creative process, and then display them. And then, you know, I could see Las Olas where they're all out in front. You could see it in backyards. You can see it wherever you want to put it to display it. When you see it, it just inspires the fight. It inspires the hope. It puts a smile on your face.
We've also enlisted a number of celebrities and special personalities to agree to decorate a Panther for auction.
I can't wait to paint my Panthers and see so many of the Panthers being painted by individuals and artists, and so it's a nice thing to be doing something together.
I really hope that people are going to latch on to this idea and say, I want to be part of this. This is fun. This is joy. This is love. And at the same time, fighting the insidious disease that is cancer. And it's a great way to pull people together and to be in the community and all of the sort of wonderful things that come with giving and creating and and just coming together as a community to say, we're all together in this.
It's hard to look at Jules knowing she was a caregiver to her mom, to my mom, to friends. She's the strongest person I know. And you want to do something, and this is our something.
I think for Jules, it's cathartic in a way, but she's on a mission. We have 2 young daughters, and my wife is a breast cancer survivor. If there's a way to try to prevent somebody from getting sick or save a life, this is an obligation. And I know that she sees it that way.
I was trying to explain to Bill this morning, like when we have him in our yard, and the way it's a girl. The way she's standing is she's just such a symbol of strength and like perseverance, the way she is. And that whenever I look at her, I'm always, that's what I think.
If you talk to any oncologist and you say, well, if you give us $1 million, can you save a life? The answer across the board is for sure. We just need the funding so that we can continue our research and we can continue the battle.
Bill and Julie, Zito, and the Florida Panthers, thank you for your generosity, your creativity, and your leadership to bring this vision to life.
Kimberly, I gotta ask you, how are you decorating your Panther?
Ooh, you know, what comes to mind, my sorority colors are pink and green, so I'll probably throw a little bit of that in there. Make it bougie, or bougie, as we have been talking about. So it'll be a bougie Panther, yeah.
Are you decorating your own Panther?
I don't know. I'm so excited, like, I gotta get the Brittle Panther, right? Like, maybe the kids wanna do it.
The Zito family Panther.
What a special initiative. If you would like to get involved, you can help Bill and Julie Zito by visiting cancer.org/Panthers on the Prowl to learn more about the many ways to support the campaign. Time for our first break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, 2 crucial points were on the line with Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins in town.
It's Losterinen, and the shot score! They've tied it! Anton Lundell!
Look at this beautiful cross-ice pass from Losterinen over to Lundell. Makes no mistake.
All of the back-and-forth action next, right here on Primetime Panthers.
Welcome back to this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers. The race for the Atlantic Division title continues to tighten, and recently, the Florida Panthers hosted Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins with 2 very crucial points on the line.
You got to find that juice. That's the best part of our game. Over 82, that's the mental challenge for sure. If you've got a few points in the bank, certainly maybe some teams have some sort of an advantage, but 87's not going to get you in, so we still have work to do.
We are ready. It's been 2 weeks since the Panthers played a game in front of their fans. We're back at Emirates Bank Arena.
Just happy to be home and get the support from our fans.
I think that gave us a little boost there to compete a little harder.
Reinhart on the loose puck, shoots and scores! Sam Reinhart's 34th of the season.
The positioning and the intelligence of Sam Reinhart in the right spot at the right time, and when that puck gets on his stick, he's going to roof that thing.
He's an unreal player. He has hockey IQ and skill set, and his shot is elite.
Out in front, Rust to the backhand score! Ryan Rust answers back, and the game is tied. Here comes Crosby down the boards, looking in front for Rust. Rust one-hander score! Crosby to Rust, and Pittsburgh has the lead.
They come out so fast, and their sticks are world-class with some of the players that they have.
Here's Rust for Malkin, and he scores. Oh, too easy there for Pittsburgh. It's 3-1.
We weren't at our best in the first period. We were able to change that and kind of find our own game. We started to play a little faster, a little more simple, so that helped that thing a lot.
Here comes Reinhart over the line. Stick handles in front. Reinhart, he finishes. Oh, what a goal!
Coast to coast with buttered toast. Sam Reinhart did it all himself right there.
We're at our best when one guy's on the puck and 4 guys are sprinting to get available. We're making shorter plays, and it's easier to have confidence when those plays are 5 feet as opposed to 20 feet. So, I thought we controlled it once we started getting to our game a little bit.
What a huge power play goal for the Panthers. They needed that one.
I thought our composure was really good, that we sped up and we started doing things that let us play a little bit faster, and that was the key to our game.
Penguins led 2-1 after the first. Malkin and Reinhart exchange power play goals in the second. And here we are going to the third. Nate Schmidt finds the loose puck. It's Losterinen. And the shot score! Game tied it. Anton Lundell.
I've said it the last couple of games, the Anton Lundell line. They've had so many chances. The goals have been elusive for them, but that's a huge goal with 5.5 minutes left to tie it up. Look at this beautiful cross-ice pass from Loisterinen over to Lundell. Makes no mistake.
I think we all got a little surprised how good he faked that pass to me, and unbelievable pass, and it was a huge goal for us.
Not surprised that he did it, but obviously you don't see those every day. It was an unreal pass.
Jari had already committed. He was tied in knots in that crease. A knuckleball goes right between the wickets.
It comes from a different source. It's not like the playmaking kind of smooth guys, and that was a fantastic play. But they got back to being aggressive, getting on the body and being physical, and that drives their level.
We will go to a shootout where the Panthers have been terrific this season. Panthers undefeated in shootouts this season. They're 4-0. Bobrovsky's been lights out. He's won half those games. Sasha Barkov, who has been so good over the years in shootouts. One of the best in the league this season. He's 3 for 4. Looking to get the Panthers on top. Barkov does it again! Oh, it's just deadly.
I don't even know how it went in. Like, it's on, and I can't follow the moves, and then I don't know when he shot it. All I know is the puck's coming back out. I don't know if the goalie saved it or hit the back of the net. That's how fast that is. I can't imagine what it's like. And I think his strength there is, I think he's got a whole bunch of, like, he's not married to one move. So, yeah, pretty good.
Main thing for me is just to know what I'm gonna do. Like, if I go and take the puck and not sure what I'm gonna do, then it's probably not gonna work. So I have a better chance if I know what I'm gonna do and maybe even practice before.
Raquel goes all the way to the boards and then moves in. Oh, Sergei stayed right with him. Crosby against Bobrovsky. Future Hall of Famers, one-on-one in the shootout. Crosby stopped by Sergei Bobrovsky. Here's Rust. And Bobrovsky stops him. Let's go home, baby. The Panthers come from behind and pull it out.
Sergei was, none of those saves were easy in the shootout.
He was amazing once again. Every game just gives us a chance, and we used it today.
Sergei Bobrovsky has had this habit where he just says enough is enough. He gave up 3 goals, and then he just shut the door. The rest of regulation into overtime, and then in the shootout as well.
Every game is big. It's tight in the standings, and we want to get points and wins.
Time for a short break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we head to Calusa Elementary School to get an inside look at the Florida Panthers floorball program.
About 8 years ago, Matt reached out to all the schools in the district and offered an opportunity to do a floorball training, and equipment was provided. It was just a wonderful opportunity.
Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Don't touch that remote. Primetime Panthers on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. Recently, we've highlighted the Florida Panthers' efforts to grow the sport of hockey in South Florida. The popularity of the sport is reaching new levels, and a large part of that has to do with the several programs the Panthers organization supports. One of those is the Panthers School Floorball Program, which provides all the necessary equipment, including sticks, nets, and balls. The program also includes a teacher training day, where physical education teachers learn how to integrate it into their PE classes. Let's head to Calusa Elementary School and meet some of the youngsters finding the back of the net.
I love hockey, it's my favorite sport, and the kids now have grown to love hockey and floorball just as much.
I love the Florida Panthers. I love the skills that they do, and I love dribbling and shooting.
I'm doing skills, and later we're gonna play a game. And I'm really very excited because I'm a huge fan of the Florida Panthers, and I think everyone's really excited, and I'm really blessed. We're very blessed to have this opportunity. It's just really fun to do. Even though it requires a lot of skill, it's really fun just to play the sport. It's a really fun thing to do.
It's just so awesome, and it's really fun to play with everybody here. They're all just so supportive and nice, and it's just so awesome to play with them.
The Panthers and all the success they've had the last few years has definitely made it more exciting and helped to grow the game here and in South Florida and Florida in general. About 8 years ago, Matt reached out to all the schools in the district and offered an opportunity to do a floorball training for all the PE teachers, and equipment was provided, and it was just a wonderful opportunity.
I just moved here from Canada, and I play actual ice hockey, but I've grown to love Florida Panthers. My favorite player is Matthew Tkachuk.
Each year the kids get a certificate saying that they've learned the Florida Panthers skills. And then also with the certificates, there's been free tickets to games. So that has definitely helped to grow their love for the game, being able to see it in person, getting the action firsthand. We have captains, we have alternate captains. They've drafted their team, so we have official starting lineups over there, official rosters.
All of us are really happy to have this opportunity to do this, and that the Florida Panthers floorball people have given us so much stuff, and we are exceptionally grateful to have all that, and we are all very happy to be able to do this. I feel like I'm actually in the game.
They're really, really into it. I even keep it out, and on one of my plannings, it's their recess, and we do hockey during their recess, during my planning, because they just can't get enough of it.
I've been to a Florida Panthers game before. My favorite part is when they score a goal and everybody goes wild. I love how my classmates are always so supportive when anybody scores a goal.
Sportsmanship is a big part of it as well. The kids after the games, they line up and they do the whole handshake with one another. So for them getting to see the players actually do that the last few years with the Stanley Cup is really cool. So they're all in. The kids love it, I love it. They're having a great time. They beg for hockey all year long. If they had their way, I think we'd have hockey out here every day.
Time for our last break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we head to WSFL, one of our local TV stations, as some young Panthers fans go to check out the production studios. Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers will be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. If you watch Panthers games frequently, you may be familiar with the pre- and post-game set when the Cats are on the road. Recently, WSFL and host Cameron Dobbs welcomed some very special Florida Panthers fans for a behind-the-scenes tour of the studios.
Welcome to WSFL. Are you excited? Come on in.
The Florida Panthers Kids Club has taken over WSFL. A fun-filled field trip to the station gave the kids a glimpse at working in TV.
Who's excited to be here? Yeah? We are so excited to have you.
Upon arrival, Panthers and WSFL employees greeted the group of kids, parents, and siblings. While the kids ate, they learned about the different roles of a TV station, like those producing inside South Florida, running the station as the general manager, and working in sales and creative services.
My name is Cameron Dobbs. I am one of the TV hosts here for Inside South Florida. So you get to be in our studio today, pretending like you're me and Lamaya, and getting a glimpse of what we do every single day here at ISF.
For some, it was seemingly a tryout. For others, the main event was seeing the lights, cameras, and action behind the scenes. The kids even had the chance to host the show for Inside South Florida in front of the camera, and behind it, produce ISF from the control room.
3, 2, 1. Inside South Florida starts now.
I noticed how it was all organized in the studio and stuff, so that was pretty cool, and how they run it, how they run the shows. And yeah, it was definitely a cool experience.
Plus, it's never a bad day to be pulled out of school to try on a Stanley Cup championship ring and read on the desk with Panthers host Jessica Blaylock. It's safe to say the parents were just as impressed as the kids.
My children were lucky enough as members of the Panthers Kids Club to win a raffle and to come down to the WSFL studios and to see where all the magic happens for the studio shows, the control room, get to meet Jessica Blaylock, who's famous in our house, and it's been a great experience.
First of all, for us, education, families is a key part of our priorities. Seeing as well how excited they are about seeing, everything related to broadcasting the games, and look and meeting the hosts and enjoying some time with us, I think is amazing. And their parents are extremely excited.
How much fun did you guys have today?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, that's quite a rating. How much fun did you have today?
1,000%.
1,000%.
Here's to building up the next generation of journalists, because who knows? The very faces in this story might just be hosting this very show one day.
When I grow up, I want to be either a sports player or a journalist because I think it's really cool and it'll have new experiences for me.
Good job, guys. It was so much fun having y'all. High five. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. It was so fun. Y'all were pros.
That does it for this week's episode of Primetime Panthers. Make sure to tune in next week for all new Florida Panthers content as we head into April. We'll see you next week right here on Scripps Sports.
Primetime Panthers has been presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.